What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nikki, and I am back, y'all. Um, I actually been trying to record this video for like 3 times, and I just keep getting interrupted. But, anyways, so I just wanted to come on and first of all to say, I hope everybody is being safe. We're supposed to have some bad weather in probably about a couple hours, and I just took me a sleep aid, so I'm trying to go ahead and get that in. I took it late so that I could sleep through whatever. The school done been canceling and everything because of this storm. So hopefully it won't be as bad as everybody thinks. But even in the meantime, between time, I hope God keep everybody covered. So y'all be safe out there. But anyways, on another note, I came on here to actually say, um, I know I've been telling y'all about, things that be going on in my life and how people try to, treat me and, what I'm saying, make me feel like the oddball out for, because I don't think like everybody else. Like, I really am a person for right, you know what I'm saying? And everybody may not agree with what I say, but usually when I think like how I do, I try to put, sometimes I try to put myself, well, majority of the time, I try to put myself in other people's shoes and, what I'm saying, try to figure out how they would feel if they was in a certain situation or, what I'm saying, vice versa. So, make a long story short, I've been helping out my cousin, I told y'all that her mom passed and I just try to be there for her whenever I can, whenever I'm able to. And, so, um, her aunt, you know, I guess felt as though I was trying to separate them. And it was never that. Never, never that. Because y'all, honestly, helping people sometimes is hard. It's not an easy thing to do. So, I feel like the more help and the bigger your support system is, the better situations may be for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wouldn't turn my back on my little cousin, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand the situations. And I don't understand why my cousin felt as though I was trying to come in between her and her niece's relationship because it was never that. To me, I always gave just concern. Even after her mom's funeral, my cousin mom's funeral, I went to her aunt and said, what is your niece gonna do? She was like, I don't know. Ask her. That's when I went to her and started asking her. So to me, that should let you know that I was just concerned about her well being from that point on. It was never anything that I tried to come in between. Because if I'm coming to you or her aunt, that means I'm coming to you to ask you because I feel like if you don't know, if don't nobody else know, you should know. Because this is your niece. You know what I'm saying? So when you said you didn't know, I went to her, and I never judged you based off of what you didn't know. I just went off of based of how I felt in the situation, the closeness that I had to my cousin, and the fact that I've lost my mother, and the fact that I know I've been left stranded out, you know, um, and about, just I didn't have the real support system that I needed when I was going through what I was going through. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I would never want to be to her what other people wasn't to me. So that's why I strive to be better than, but a better family member. You know what I'm saying? Period. But like I said, the bigger the support system, the better things are. The more you love on somebody, the more people that loves on somebody with genuine love, it's better for them. It's better for them. And I always, how you talk to your aunt when they have, because my cousin did move to where her aunt was staying at, and they had this situation. And when they had the situation, my cousin was moving back, and I was like, "What's going on?" So da da da. She told me whatever. She told me her side. Bam! I called my cousin. I called her aunt. I said, "What's going on?" And I asked her, why did you let her leave? My thing was, I asked you that because I feel like you should fight for that relationship. I don't feel like you should. I know people not gonna take disrespect, but I don't understand why people take so much from their man than they can take from their family. I guess because when somebody helping you and you get benefits from it, you'll take more from them than you would somebody else. But I feel like at the end of the day, if we didn't have nobody else, the family that we're born into is sometimes the most important until they show you otherwise. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you ain't got nobody but yourself because a lot of people do end up just being to themselves. And that's not a bad thing. I'm learning that myself. It's not a bad thing. But with her it was fresh. With my little cousin, it was fresh. It was new. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the situation was, I was just like, I just felt like they should just fight for it. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want them to give up on each other. And they've been struggling because they struggled when my little cousin was younger also. So they struggled. But I just feel like things can get better. Sometimes pain brings a purpose and it brings out the best in people, and because I feel like my pain really, you know, after everything that I've been through in my life, once I sit down and think about everything that I've been through, it's like, to me, it's a choice. It's like, okay, so if you want to drink, you want to smoke, you want to hang around people, that's fine, that's cool. But here's what comes with that situation. Here's what comes with that lifestyle. I'm 37 years old. I'm still young. You know what I'm saying? I still could be out there partying and feeling like I'm young and living my best life. That's not what I choose to do. Simply because the living that life in my 20s didn't get me nowhere. Once I met my husband, I was working. I wasn't going out to the clubs no more. I wasn't doing anything. I really was trying to find my way. And he ended up coming through the job. And the rest is history. We was together 3 years, got engaged, then we got married. Next year it'll be 10 years together. It'll be 7 years married. Yeah, because this year is 6 years. So yeah, 2027. So it'll be 7 year married. So, I really do, love and appreciate what me and my husband have going on. Although I got naysayers and peoples who want to judge me based off of what we got going on, I have to learn to just, like I said, live in my blessings and just, my husband is okay with what I got going on. What we want for ourselves, I couldn't get there with what I was doing, so I had to switch it up. And like I said, I just wanted him to, just ride with me and just ride with me and let me get to a better place so that I can better provide and help with the family, you know what I'm saying, with the household and, with the things that we want to do. So, he rhymed with me on that, but I don't got to on a whole nother subject. But anyways, but with my cousin, my little cousin that I help him out, her aunt, you know what I'm saying, just had an epiphany, I guess, and text her and told her, you know, I don't know why she didn't text me, but she did text my little cousin and was like, I had to realize that Nikki really wasn't trying to break us apart. She really was trying to keep us together. Whatever in her head, which I feel like people just so conditioned to think negative. People are so conditioned to be in a negative mind frame, to just think the worst of a person before they think the best of them. Why is it that? Why is that? Why is it we are conditioned to look for a person's downfall before we look for the good in them? What makes them great? You know what I'm saying? We'll point out the negative, but once we see any positive, they ignore that. Like me, I'm not that way. I look for the best in people. I give people the benefit of the doubt, regardless of anything. Even if you show me something negative, Some people, you know, some certain situations bring out something different in you, but that don't mean that's the person who you is. You that person when it's a pattern, you know what I'm saying, and you never change. So that's who you is. So once you show me who you is, I believe who you is. And I just have to, you know, be mindful and protect me, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, you know, I just didn't understand it. But I was just like, you know, well, you could tell her because she could have reached out to me and said those things, but she didn't. Which I feel like sometimes people are not. I won't say she ain't woman enough, but they just the pride is just it be too big and too thick on them that they can't just bow down to that person. Which you ain't bowing down to me. And just like I told my cousin when she called me and told me that her aunt said those things, I was like, well, you could tell her that I love her, and you could tell her that I don't even want the apology. All I really want is for her to have a relationship with you. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all I want, y'all. I promise y'all, that's all I want because I see y'all, my cousin, her mother, death date, death anniversary was yesterday, March 15th. And before that, I think Friday, she sent me a message. My little cousin sent me a message saying how she felt about it and how she, you know, just life gets hard because she lost her mom and then she had a child and then her son is autistic. So if you know anything about raising special need kids or anything like that, that's like 10 times heavy on your plate. It's not like raising a normal child. It's 10 times. It's like she got one child, it's like she got three. Cause when I tell y'all this baby runs, you try to make him sit down. He'll sit down for a second, but he back. It's like his attention just can't stay in one thing. And people try to tell you that they know what to do when you don't know until it's your child. You don't know until you in that situation. Like you don't know. But you know, you let people say what they're gonna say because they're gonna always think they know what's best for your situation, but they don't never know how to handle their own. But anyways, so um I just like I said, I told her she ain't even gotta apologize. She ain't even gotta she ain't even gotta say nothing about me. She could just work on y'all relationship and that's all I want. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because I know you need her and she needs you. That's the whole thing that I've been saying the whole time. It's never been nothing else. You know what I'm saying? It's only something else when I see that she's doing something else besides like, why would you feel, baby? The problem is not with me, it's with you. It's something that you feel that you don't like about me. So automatically you want to think that I'm on some BS. And it's not. I promise y'all, it's not. I cannot and I never like I ain't gonna say me and her ain't never got into it. Like I probably wasn't never wrong in a situation. But I'm never just finna make up something to come at somebody about. No. If something happens, if it comes to me, then I'm gonna say something. But just to make up something to act like I'm just mad at you or something like that, no. And I don't understand why people really be feeling like that. Like honestly, y'all, like I said, I felt like when I called her and I apologized for the things that I said to her about the things that she had done to my cousin before she passed, what my cousin was telling me. That wasn't my place. If my cousin wanted her to say to feel some kind of way or to know whatever, she would have did it. Then it was just like so many things, and so just I was just like, you know what, that wasn't my place. I called her phone and apologized. I didn't call somebody else's phone. I called her phone and apologized for what I had said because I'm not ever my ego is not too big. I don't have that much pride. Y'all, I promise y'all, I am a work in progress. God really is working on me and I'm really trying to find my way. And I just knew I had to repent on certain things that I did. And I felt like it was probably wrong for me because at the end of the day, my cousin loved her sister. So who am I to just point out what you had did wrong to your sister? It's That's not my job. Regardless of what you did, that's not my job. If she wanted you to feel some kind of way or wanted you to know how she felt, she would have told you before she passed. She didn't. So I had to bow down. And that's what I did. And I called her and apologized. Her birthday came. I said something nice to her. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, it was a lot of people that I was texting saying happy birthday to, trying to, you know, just do things that people in my family don't do. They don't show love. They rather show hate before they really show love. And if they show love, it's gonna be just the minimum, and it's not gonna be genuine love. And I'm showing genuine love. If I call you and apologize to you, or if I call you and say certain things to try to, just not try to be best friends with you, but just to show you that I'm not mad at you about anything, it's genuine because there's no hatred in it. I cannot praise God, pray to God, ask God to create a man clean heart, to renew my mind, my body, my soul with the right spirit. I cannot ask for all of these things and continue to have hatred in my heart. I just cannot do it. And I don't understand how people will go to church every day but still have hatred in their heart. You can't worship God and still have hatred in your heart. It does not work. It does not work. So I just feel like God put me in a lot of situations to be tested, to really see. And that's why I be praying, because sometimes my mind ain't right. Sometimes I might do just react in a way that I should not react. I thought I'm human still, so I'm still a work in progress. But I do know at the end of the day, I'm still gonna pray to God, and I still got Him. He's still number one, even though I may fall short. He still is like the main focus of my life. He's the reason why I'm still getting up and still trying to be a better person, to get closer to Him, to get to know Him, and to get to know me through Him. Like, that's honestly who I am. So y'all gotta excuse if y'all hear any noise in my background. I got somebody in the back that obviously can't be still. So, excuse that. But I'm gonna just go ahead and, just say, what I'm saying. Like I've said before, God is love. And if you really love people, if you really love God, you love people. And you can give people grace, but just like I seen on the video today, Plies said it. I don't know if y'all know who Plies is, but he said it. He was like, the thing about it, I am not going to allow people to mess up my blessings. Just because you did something wrong to me don't mean I'm finna go back and do something wrong to you. Just because you cross me does not mean I'm finna go and cross you. Just because you talk about me doesn't mean I'm finna go behind your back and talk about you. It just, I'm not finna allow you to mess up my blessings. I'm gonna continue to praise God and receive everything that He has for me. And I just refuse to let somebody come in between that. So you can say what you want about me, but you will not get me to bow down or stoop to your level. You just won't. So I just had to come on and, what I'm saying, say that, what I'm saying, y'all living every day. Kids be talking about they be ready to be adult. Boy, adulting is hard because adults are the biggest children. Some adults never grow up and they stay in the child's mind frame and they be the worst people. But you're going to have to learn how to deal with that or not. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to put up with it. Sometimes things just be a little too much for you. So you have to remove yourself out of a situation before you react in a way that you don't want to react. So, I wouldn't say just keep doing that, because sometimes, you can't run away from it. It's going to continue to come. And, but you just got to know where you belong and what to allow, you know. So that's why I said, when it comes to my husband, y'all, I don't care what my family say. I don't care what nobody else for his family say. Well, anybody comes negative towards me that's trying to, I feel like, put a wedge or make me argue or make me and my husband argue or try to tear us apart. It'll never happen, baby. I won't give you that satisfaction. I will let you say what you gotta say and keep it moving. I won't give you that. And so you'll continue to try to come up against me. When me and him end, it's gonna be because of me and him and nobody else. I promise you nobody else. So I just came on, what I'm saying, to say that, what I'm saying, sometimes people come, to a realization about the things that who you are. And if you true to your word, they'll see it. And I'm happy that she did see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that she did see it. So, uh, I know I said a couple different things, touched on a couple different subjects, but y'all, like I said, God is love. God is love. So continue to love and don't hate. Don't hate. So y'all have an awesome night. Y'all stay safe. And I will see you in the next vlog. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. And like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all have an awesome night. Bye-bye.